Okay, so these are going to be good essay questions on the upcoming exam. What are some problems with groundwater, and then what are some solutions that you can have to it? So, for example, the water table can be lowered by having too many wells. And so, what would be the consequences of that? Well, you can see here that if the ground water table is dropped, then you can see that that little river over there is now deprived of the water that used to be feeding it. So that river can go dry as a result of it. Also, you can see that that land over there that used to be green is now brown because it's not getting enough water. Okay, it can also reverse the flow of groundwater. So groundwater, which used to go in this direction because it's going downhill on the water table, in the picture that's next to it, now you notice that the water is going in this direction because, again, it's following the direction of the water table. It's flowing downhill now. And so what that can do is sometimes that can draw pollutants into a well, for example. Another thing is it can cause a cone of depression. And so here, for example, is the surface of the earth, and then here is the water table, and then you put in your well into the ground, and then what that will do is it's going to cause this water table to start to do that. So let's go ahead and put it down a little bit further. So it's going to make this cone of depression thing, and then that can cause water to flow in this direction. And it could, if you had a well that's over here, for example, and it used to be in the water table, well, if the cone gets too severe, now that well is going to be out of the water table and it's going to go dry. Okay, another thing that can happen as a result of lowering water tables is it can draw salt water in to take the place of the fresh water that has been taken out. And then that salt water can go up a well, and then instead of getting fresh water, now you're getting salt water. Okay, another thing that can happen is it can cause the ground to start to collapse, and that's going to cause subsidence, and that can cause cracks in your foundation. Now, water tables can also go up. Okay, so that could be from over pumping of water into the water table, or it could be excessive rainfall. So one way or another, the water table can also go up. And so that can cause flooding, and it also could saturate the ground and make it more likely that you could have mass wasting events. Then you've got pollution. So groundwater can be polluted from a variety of different places. So you should be able to list some different sources of pollution of groundwater, and the reasons why polluted groundwater could be sucked up a well. Okay, so that concludes our review for groundwater. So come back and we're going to do another lesson for your Unit 4 lecture exam.